Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins for the Fashion Report minigame here inside the Gold Saucer. This then, as you can see for this week, the clue is bend and smash. Individually, we have drapes of wrath for our chest, pretty in pantaloons for our legs, the Great Sigmascape for our feet, and Proto Posh for our ear slot. In this video, we have a 100 score and an easy 80, so let's get to that 100. Okay, as you can see, for the 100 score, we've gone straight for the VAF thorax. You can actually have the NAF thorax as well. This will cost you 9 of your black copper gil. This is a currency from the tribal quests. If you go over to Tail Feather or Enix Shrine and then fly over, you'll be able to find the VAF Stick Peddler. Do the dailies there. You need 9 of those coins and you can get yourself one of these chess pieces. Obviously, this is a tribal society quest, so you will actually have to unlock this as part of Heavensward, but it is pretty accessible and you might have some coins lying around. I don't really know if there's any alternatives to this, but this is the one that worked for me, and I know that the NAF one will work as well for gold. For my legs then, I went for the Rami Trousers of Striking, obviously locking me to a Pugilist Monk Samurai setup. However, the other versions of this would work as well, the Rami Trousers of Scouting and the Rami Trousers of Aiming. All of those will work. You can get a Rami Trousers of Striking and Aiming and Scouting, all from Norlays in the Pillars of Ishgard from the Disciple of War tab, and then level 54. This will really only cost you 12,638 gil, and you'll just buy whichever one that works around whatever the rest of the gear you can get. And speaking of the rest of the gear you can get, the Great Sigmascape. So this is obviously your diamond or carborundum boots of striking. You can get this obviously from the Sigmascape. Your easiest one is the train. That fight is really easy. You can unsynchronize that at level 100 or even below it and just annihilate it. You can ignore the mechanics and do that on normal, unrestricted, or obviously with just yourself or a couple of friends, and you can get the pedals. If you take those pedals over to Ralga's Reach and talk to the Omega parts guy and talk to the Sigmascape parts vendor option, you'll be able to buy your carborundum boots of choice. Or you can do the Savage version and get the diamond versions. That doesn't matter. I went for the striking ones here because they worked around what I wanted to make. And I obviously combine that with the Rami Trousers of Striking. Now, funnily enough, just going back to the Rami Trousers of Striking, alternatives for this, it does also include the Picaroon's Trousers of Maiming, Striking, and Scouting. The Picaroon stuff, obviously, from a dungeon, but if that, opens things up for you, if you play Maiming, for example. Apart from that, I haven't tested anything else. For the boots in particular, there's not going to be any other alternatives outside of diamond or carborundum, but all of the rolls should work. And then to wrap this all off, we've got ourselves the Proto Ultima earring. It doesn't matter which one you get. Obviously, you can get this from Dun Scaith if you go and do a specific quest. This is like a repeatable quest to get a Proto Ultima shielding, which is obviously something you can get from the mini-boss inside the Proto-Ultima boss, which they added in a specific patch a long time ago. And in fact, funnily enough, only actually appears in the raid if one of the members has the quest for it, which is quite interesting, isn't it? But anyway, exchange your Proto-Ultima shielding in Idleshire at the Goblin for whatever earring you want. They're all equipable by all classes level 60 and above. So that's the 100 score. Not too bad. A little bit of jumping through hoops, but it's not that bad, is it? It's really not that bad. Let's move on to the easy 80. All right, to set up your easy 80, go over to Uldar, teleport yourself over to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. That is step 1. Then we're going to go over to the dye vendor. We're going to go over to Nana Bay, obviously down here to the right of the Eve Throat when you teleport in. And we're going to go on here and we're going to buy Bone White. Bone White should be very easy to find. Scroll down a little bit. It's 40 gil for this pot. You're going to purchase one of those. Next, we're going to go over to Norlays in the Pillars of Ishgard. And once we're over in the Pillars, we teleport to the Jeweled Grosier, which is obviously this section with all of the vendors down it. And just on the right, a little bit down the ramp, we'll find the NPC Norlays. And we're going to purchase some of the Rami legs, which is on the Disciple of War, or Disciple of Magic, I suppose. Disciple of War, level 54 tab. And we're going to go down, and we're going to buy the Rami trousers of either striking, scouting, or aiming. I'm going to go for the striking ones, and we're going to equip those. And here's what you want to do. You want to get any helm in the game, and you want to dye that bone white. Make sure that is dyed bone white. Then you're going to combine that with those legs. So I've equipped the Rami trousers of striking. You could have the scouting or aiming ones. You can go for the Picaroon's maiming ones if you want. Whatever legs are accessible to you. However, I think these are pretty accessible because they're just from a vendor, level 54, and a single die. As long as we have something equipped in every slot, it doesn't matter what is equipped, you will get an 80 score. If you do leave one of these items out, you will not get an 80 score. This is guaranteed if you follow this. And that's pretty easy, isn't it, really? One single die on any dyeable helm and a pair of vendor purchase legs. I don't think we can make it any easier, quite honestly. Let me know if you have your own solutions. There will be a link in the description for the Reddit thread where a lot of the items were theorized this week and every week. Go give it some love. But yeah, let me know if you've got your own solutions, but this was the easiest I personally could come up with. Let me know. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.